just think, yeah, in that chapter, I found it really interesting getting towards the end of it, and I think I sort of worked out what the one word through line root of just like my spiritual beliefs and my like, it would go far, maybe even say religious beliefs of just being love. Just like, it's just the same. That's what I believe in the world, and whatever like space that occupies in my life should feel indifferent. Sorry, it should feel indistinguishable from any correctly functioning religion, I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like the act should be the same. If you I like to think that if you orient yourself towards just living lovingly,
Mm-hmm.
if let's say the exact very physical version of you arrive at heaven's gates is what happens, that they follow the path so similarly almost that it would be permissible. Do you know what I'm getting at? Where it's almost like, if you like, that maybe it's enough to live lovingly. I mean, like, it's enough to live with, and it's obviously a very complicated conversation.
No, but
you know what I mean? But like,
I'm gleaning so much from what you're saying.
that it's like, if I just try and maintain that, I think, yeah, no, it's as simple as that. That it's like living lovingly should be indistinguishable from the very specific, not even the rituals, but that if you distill down the rituals of what a religion would encourage you to do, it should be. They should look the same. That life should look the same.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah.
I think 2 quick points on what you just said is that I think love requires choices. So in the intention to live in a certain way, it will force you to make certain choices. Make sense?
Yeah.
Also, I think what's also made the conversation complex for especially us as people is that I would switch 2 words that you used. I would switch religion for faith and ritual for relationship. Simply for these 2 points. Religion and ritual stands in a place where my intellectual prowess gives me dominion over it.
Right.
Because we practice religion based on what we understand and what we're willing to subscribe to.
Yeah.
And ritualism is based on routine.
Right.
Faith, which is this, is based off of an intention, an invisible thought that has no tangibility to it other than what we believe.
Yeah.
Which then minds belief, which creates action, which produces manifestation. So faith gives me a deeper rooting because I don't understand it. It's unintelligible.
Yeah. Ooh.
Relationship now over ritual gives me a spontaneity, which means that if I need to get it now, I ain't got to wait till Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And getting it don't necessarily have to mean getting it. It can mean having that quality time.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And so, and now there's nothing to say that you shouldn't have scheduled quality time, 100%. But, and to use a quote that I love stealing, love is the death of duty.
Let me work that out a second. Love is the death of duty. How do you mean?
That love is the death of duty. when love is put into the mixture of duty, it stops being duty, because duty says I have to be there irrespective of what I think, feel, believe. It's what my job is.
Right.
Love is the death of that, because now the intentionality of what I mean overcomes what I'm supposed to do. So if I'm only meant to be there for 10 minutes, I'll stay there for all day if I have to.
Yeah.
If I wasn't supposed to be there, I'll come in because you need me to come in.
Yeah. I know I'm getting tearful with that. Something about that placed upon what we said about your mates having children suddenly just hit me hard. Because like, I think even in the creation of everything we've been doing for the last little while, so much of it's been, and when I say about like I'm so excited about children, that's like that in New York and my like driving forces of why I want to do these things that we do. So, and like even yesterday I was like, going through these books and these like looking at the international orders, like a bit of work to do and stuff, and I had this very vivid like rejuvenating feeling of like, oh, if I do this, like my kids get to enjoy more. Yeah, like my kids, like, and
it's the legacy.
It's the legacy, man. And I was thinking about my dad, like fucking leaving the house at 3 a.m. for 20, 30 years, or whatever, getting back at 6, eating, going to bed at like 8 and doing it again for like 5 days a week. Like, you know what I mean? Like that I think if I understand it correctly, that like love is death of duty thing you're describing, being like you'd only do that out of love. Like you can only. It's why it really. I can't understand absent fathers in that way. Like, and absent parents, but I'm saying father from my perspective of what I'd relate to. Is like, because you'd have to kill me. You'd have to kill me to prevent me from seeing my kid, man. Like, sorry, I've completely derailed from what we're talking about.
No, you haven't at all.
It just struck me in such a fucking.
You haven't derailed at all.
Keep
going.
Like, you would have to fucking kill me to keep me away from seeing my kids, man. Whenever that time comes, regardless of any other circumstance, right? Regardless of relationship with their mother, regardless of anything else, you would have to kill me. So I think, like, I hope in the book that parents chapter by you, which is beautifully and also a beautifully eloquently continuation of the conversation that we had in that episode, encourages the older people of our listenership who are parents and maybe have made decisions that have result, because obviously it's mostly from our perspective as children rather than parents themselves, but I hope the reverse lands on those people to heal that thing in whatever way they can, because you can heal that thing.
That's the most thing you've said. I think this is exactly what this is.
Yeah,
that it's a manual of self-reflection that should encourage a person to want to put themselves on life's operating table and stay there.